The Joe Rogan Experience.
Well, that's the thing, you know. I was in New York all summer, and all those the up and coming rappers are like trying to hand you a CD. It's like, what am I going to do with that?
They still have CDs?
Well, then they do something. Then they just click on this or scan this, and it goes to like a Vimeo page. And then I'm like, is this guy in my phone now? Like, what just happened? Does he have all my contacts? Yeah. So I just kind of steer clear to them.
I get weirded out by those little Q scan things. Is that what they call them? Was it Q? What was it?
QR code.
QR code. I get weirded out by those things because your camera goes on it and then boom, it opens up a website. I'm like, what is happening here?
I'll tell you what's a weird one is they have home security systems now where I was reading an ad for this on my podcast and I was thinking like afterwards, like a lot of times home, I guess, I don't know, alarm goes off because your window blows open and then everybody fucking shows up and it's like, oh, sorry, the window blew open. This actually has video cameras so they can confirm that somebody is in your house. But then I'm thinking like, well, what's to stop them from just turn that on and start watching your life like a show?
Nothing.
Like, hey, they're fighting again.
Well, for sure, if there's a stream, it's possible for someone to do that. For sure. If there's a stream,
no. In the contract, it says we would never do that. Oh okay.
Oh, as long as it's not like some people don't. Look at this. Doorbell camera from Ring has partnered with 400 police forces extending surveillance concerns. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, as long as they're just using it to catch the bad guys, which is going to be what they're saying. But there's going to be somebody has their dick in their hand right now looking at that, looking through that doorbell.
It's inevitable.
And then the way people get obsessed, like then you're jerking off just to the woman walking up to the door to go into her house, and it's not enough. Man, I gotta see what's behind the door. Calls up, hey, would you be interested in furthering your security? No, I think the doorbell is enough. Interesting you say that. We just had a case the other day where unfortunately she thought it was enough and it wasn't. Really? And then sells him that. Now he's watching her eating cornflakes.
It's a slow creep into your life. How much time before it's everywhere? Before everyone can see everyone everywhere?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, what's weird is younger people have a much different idea of privacy.
Yeah.
Because their shit has kind of been out there. I would not want to be young right now. They have a real tough time where, dude, when I was younger, when I got my ass kicked, it was over. There wasn't video documentation for the rest of my life. This is the kid from Rocky Point. He's all grown up now. And you're trying to get laid in a bar like 20 years later. You're like, yes, that happened. I was 8. Sorry.
I was just thinking of that. I watched this kid try to throw a triangle up in a street fight, and the guy slammed him on his head and punched him unconscious and kept punching him while he was out. Oof. And then the kid just climbed off of him and walked towards his friends. And everybody was like, oh! And this guy's lying on the ground, pawing up his arms like probably experiencing severe brain damage. And I'm thinking, what if that was my son? Like, you know, what if that's your son? You watch some guy slam him on his head and then as he's unconscious, punch him 5, 6, 7 times in the face.
Yeah, that's fucked.
It's fucked.
That's why I stopped fighting.
That's why?
Yeah.
You don't want to hurt anybody?
No. No, I didn't want to be that guy. I was like baby fat tough until like fucking 6th grade, and then I sort of leaned out, and then I was like, I better get funny. And then that's when people started to learn how to fight, and there was blood and shit. Oh. And I remember there was this dude, I think I told this story before. The kid got off the bus. He was fucking jacked. The other kid was kind of baby Huey, big guy. But the other kid got off the bus first, and he just jumped him. And then just sat on his chest, and it was like, oh, one of those fucking fights. And the kid didn't come to school for a week. Oof. He came back by the time he came back to school, most of the swelling had come down, but he almost looked like he was a cousin. It wasn't him. Oof. Yeah, and I was just like, yeah, I don't want that to happen to me. So
that's one of the darkest things that I ever heard anybody say about a fight. Khabib Nurmagomedov said about Conor McGregor. He goes, I want to change his face.
Yeah, see, there's people out there like that are like, yeah, there's that, okay, I should stop now is missing, and you don't want to be underneath all of that. They just kept getting worse the older I got. That sound of somebody's head hitting the floor.
The worst is World Star hip hop videos where the worst one I ever saw was this guy was drunk and he was talking shit, and one guy knocked him out. And then when he's out cold, lying down, everybody took shots at him. I mean, everybody in the street. People were kicking him in the head and were running up to him and kicking him like a soccer ball, punching him in the face. I mean, like 10, 15 people doing it. Just running up to him, boom, kicking him, running up, punching him. Ugh.
Yeah.
It's horrific. How did we get on this?
I don't know. I got a great special coming out.
Yeah, your comedy special has nothing to do with brain damage.